In the early morning hours of February 3rd, employees of the U.S. Agency for International Development USAID who happened to be insomniacs might have been the first to receive a shocking email. Just the night before, a department that had been in existence for just 2 weeks raided the place and officially took over the more than 60-year-old federal government agency. In fact, long before this action, the official website of the U.S. Agency for International Development, and even the signage of the headquarters building, has long disappeared. This big knife to the U.S. Agency for International Development action. The knife is Elon Musk and his leadership of the Department of Government Efficiency, referred to as DOGE. In fact, DOGE is not an official department of the U.S. government. According to the U.S. Constitution, only Congress has the power to authorize the creation of new departments of the federal government, not the president. The so-called Department of Government Efficiency is more like a special task force created by executive order to promote government reform through external forces. It will be dissolved on July 4, 2026. According to the department's official website, Musk also posted on social media that self-deletion is the last job of this department. According to Trump, DOGE focuses on making recommendations from outside the government to help sweep away bureaucracy in the U.S. government, cut redundant regulatory regulations and wasteful spending, and reorganize federal agencies. In addition to Musk, the department has attracted a number of young people with engineering backgrounds. The youngest of the 6 DOGE members is just 19 years old, according to a profile of the 6 exposed by Wired magazine. As soon as DOGE was established, the U.S. Agency for International Development USAID became one of the first targets of the purge. USAID is a major U.S. foreign aid agency, which has been infiltrating and interfering in the internal affairs of other countries around the world for years in the name of aid. And DOGE carried out a drastic reform of the agency as soon as it was launched. According to revelations, only 294 of USAID's more than 10,000 employees scattered across the globe could eventually be left behind. In addition to USAID, DOGE also took over the U.S. Office of Personnel Management by the hand and sent out mass emails to federal employees along the lines of, "Dear employee, thinking about leaving? We don't have any special benefits on layoffs." Trump is familiar with them, and Musk is even more so. Musk made massive layoffs when he took over Twitter 2 years ago. Of course, DOGE's ambitions go far beyond that. Musk's goal is to slash $2 trillion from the federal budget, nearly 1/3 of U.S. spending in fiscal year 2024. In order to manage the money, DOGE has a rightful place in the U.S. Treasury's payment system. This system is responsible for distributing Social Security, Medicaid, federal employee paychecks, and various subsidies to millions of U.S. citizens and businesses. As far back as his last term in office, Trump has had a deep distaste for bureaucratic politicians of all kinds, calling them the deep state during his campaign, referring to them as the forces that run the country from behind the scenes. However, Washington's bureaucracy is not sitting still. Some experts have analyzed that DOGE does not actually have the legal authority to implement change. And even if it puts forward proposals for government reform, it is likely to be blocked in Congress, and even within the Republican Party, it will meet resistance. Officials from at least 6 federal agencies and departments have now warned that DOGE's raid violates federal law. A federal judge has issued a temporary order barring the U.S. Treasury from providing its payment system data to outsiders, including Musk, and is considering a permanent injunction against it. It remains to be seen whether the storm of government reform, launched by Musk and Trump, will shake up Washington's bureaucracy or end up as a high-profile but fruitless operation.